Good morning, students. Today we will discuss development of monocot embryo. This is a zygote. The first division in zygote is asymmetric and transverse. Division is asymmetric and transverse. The zygote divides into two cells. This one cell is the apical cell, or this cell which is toward the macropyle. This is toward the this is telogal end, which is toward the macropylar end is the basal cell. Now, the basal cell, this basal cell do not divide. This basal cell enlarge and helps in the formation of suspensor. Now the apical cell divide again. The division is transverse. This results three cells. One is the apical, second one is the middle cell, or this one is the basal cell. This basal cell gets enlarged and helps in the formation of suspensor. Suspensor, which is 3 to 8 cell structure. This is less differentiated in the case of monocot. This one is less differentiated. Now, the middle cell. This middle cell is responsible for the formation of plumule, radical, epicotyle. That is the middle cell, responsible for the formation of embryonal axis, that is embryo. And apical cell forms a single cotyledon, which is also known as scutellum. We can understand the development with a simple diagrammatic representation. I am drawing here. This is the middle cell. This middle cell will form the embryo, that is embryonal axis. Now this apical cell, I am drawing apical cell here. This apical cell is responsible for the formation of single cotyledon. It's called scutellum. Or this one is the basal cell. Basal cell have some role in the formation of suspensor. Later on this structure will degenerate. Now this middle cell grow like this. When they grow and forms the embryonal axis, this is formed by this middle layer. Or this apical cell forms the cotyledon, forms single cotyledon called scutellum. Now the embryonal axis have two parts. This embryonal axis have the two parts. You consider this as a cotyledonary node. Above the cotyledonary node is the epicotyle. This embryonic axis above the cotyledon node is the epicotyle, and below is the hypocotyle. The epicotyle. The epicotyle, this portion, this epicotyle have the shoot apex, few leaf primordia, and enclosed in coleoptile. This one, this is the plumule, leaf primordia, or enclosed by this structure is called coleoptile. This one is the plumule. The lower portion, which is below the cotyledon node, is the hypocotyle. Hypocotyle have the radical, root cap, and enclosed in coleorhiza. This is the radical, this one the root cap or covering enclosed in coleorhiza. Now we will discuss some points here. First is single large cotyledon. The single large cotyledon called scutellum. Now the second point, in the case of monopod, the embryonal axis has a specialized tissue surrounding the shoot and root tissue, This is the coleoptile and this one is the coleorhiza. Next point is the plumule and radicle. The plumule and radicle, these are lateral in position. Lateral in position. The plumule, this plumule is protected by the coleoptile, a leaf-like structure, coleoptile. The radicle is protected by the root cap and coleorhiza. Now I am going to draw a diagram which is given in your NCERT. This is the diagram given in your NCERT book, page number 35. You need to explain it. So this is the embryonal axis. This one is the scutellum. This is cotyledonary node. Below the cotyledonary node is the hypocotyle. Above it is the epicotyle. This one is the plumule, leaf primordia, and is protected by, covered by coleoptile. This one is the radicle. This is root cap. This one is protected by the coleorhiza. This structure is called epiblast. This structure have the evolutionary significance that monocot comes from the dicot. This is rudimentary cotyledons, remnant of the cotyledon. In dicot embryo, there are two cotyledon. This is the embryonal axis. This portion, plumule, and the radicle. The part above this is the cotyledonary node. This is embryonal axis. This is the cotyledonary node. The part above the cotyledonary node is the epicotyle, or below the cotyledonary node is called hypocotyle. Or these two are the cotyledons. We already studied in the previous part.